Welcome to the dish and my co-host, Teri Knight. How are you, Teri?
I'm good, Mark. How are you?
Not too bad.
I've missed us
Yeah.
talking. There's
Yeah, it's
so
been a
much
couple
going
weeks.
on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot has happened on our show since you and I last talked.
Yeah. Yes, indeed. It
All
got
right.
little wild.
Yeah, things are getting hot on the bold and beautiful here.
Yes.
All right. So since you and I talked, Teri, Thomas and Hope ended up in bed.
Yes.
Wow. How about
Multiple times.
that? Multiple.
Multiple. I lost count. Not that I was counting.
But you were.
Kind of.
Kind of. All right, so I
Thomas
like
is
this
hot.
next thing that
Yeah.
happened. So
Oh, God.
Brooke
yeah.
goes over to Thomas's apartment to talk to Hope, find Hope, and talk to her, try and talk some sense into her about trying to save her marriage to Liam. And she knocks on the door. No answer. Finally, she twists the door, and it opens. And so she just goes in. And she goes upstairs, I think. I can't remember, but she had to go through
She
a couple up steps. And she goes upstairs and finds Hope and Thomas in bed. So my comment around this to start with, Teri, is: does anybody? It's the
Lock
walk-in
doors?
lock
Yeah.
doors anymore. Good God!
I-
On that show,
I know. Oh, I'm just going to open the door into the bedroom. What
Yeah.
do you think you're going to see?
yeah, exactly,
Two consenting adults.
exactly.
Oh my God. Okay.
So then they ended up having. I thought that was quite a conversation that Brooke and Hope had while she's still kind of laying in the bed.
Yes.
But I thought that was well written and well done. Hope basically said, I'm not sharing. Liam wants a divorce, and I'm not sharing him with Steffy.
Yeah.
I'm not sharing his heart. I don't want half his heart or something like that. Mm-hmm. She said.
And that has been going on for years.
Yeah.
That was a great conversation she had
It
with
was.
Brooke and saying, you know what? I've watched this between you and Taylor all my life. I'm not doing it.
Yep.
And I thought,
Yeah,
you know
right.
what? Stand up for yourself. And Thomas, if he can hold it together, would be a good match for her.
I think so too.
So, and Liam is just a whining little asshole. God.
Oh, you know what, Terry?
Oh,
I just find him. What's the word I'm looking for? He's just. When I see him and I see him whining and all this and that, I just cringe. I'm like, oh,
And
not again,
No, and there is absolutely, that whining, there is absolutely nothing attractive about him. Nothing. It doesn't
makes
matter.
him very unattractive.
Oh,
Doesn't it?
man. Yes. Yeah. You're like, really? Because you are a whiny baby. And you whined in prison. Hope works her butt off to help get you out and do all this wonderful stuff. And you don't want to forgive her for one kiss.
Yeah. When
Well,
you
okay,
slept
there were
with
a couple,
Steffi,
but-
by the way.
Yeah, exactly. Twice.
Twice, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
But Terry, there was a little Jack Daniels involved with that.
That was it Jack or was it tequila?
Yeah,
I think it
might
was
have been,
tequila.
Might have been tequila.
Tequila
they
makes
say,
your
Terry.
clothes come off.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Not that I would know anything about that.
No, I understood. Understood, Terry.
All right.
Am I turning red yet?
I think we both are. Oh, okay.
So
Moving along.
Moving along. Hope ends up serving Liam. I was surprised how quickly she jumped to do that, but can't say I blame her. But she serves Liam with divorce papers at the cabin, and he whines around for a while, and then he signs them.
Yes.
And so does she.
Yes. And I think she wanted to nip that in the bud because eventually Liam would find out that she slept with Thomas anyway. And I think that's part of it, but I also do think she's just done.
She's done.
And I thought, good for you. Just get out. Even if whatever with Thomas doesn't work out, just get away from Liam. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so that's that part of the storyline. The other storyline, the big storyline we got going on is and you and I talked about this last time, I think, that we were expecting the Sheila caper to reappear, and it did this week.
With a bomb.
With zest.
That was unexpected. I was thinking that she would somehow escape or something like that, but to be completely released is so okay. As a retired policeman, how in the world can you have? Wasn't the FBI involved in this? Well, then, how can the judge throw that out if you've got it? Was that really coerced, or
No.
I don't get that.
No, it's soap opera police work again.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking when I first thought that it was just Ridge and Dollar Bill that were involved in recording that stuff, then it would have been inadmissible.
Yes.
But with the FBI being there recording everything,
right.
There's no coercion there. She wasn't coerced into a confession.
No.
So, no, that would not, that's not how that would go down in real life.
Okay.
So, yeah, good
That's
question.
good.
I kind of figured you and I would talk about that because that is soap opera police courtroom, stuff.
Yeah. Which they're all in judges' chambers instead of being in the, okay, whatever.
Yeah. So, what we're talking about is that the courthouse hearing, Liam, Steffy, Finn, Ridge, and Dollar Bill are all there for the judge, and the judge throws out the case because Dollar Bill, I think the word he used was solicited a confession. Again,
which he did, but on
but
the other hand, she confessed. I mean, she did. So if she did it, she did it.
Right.
It's
now, if he were to physically force her into a confession,
yes,
somehow swindled her, that kind of thing. But basically, it just came through normal conversation.
He didn't hurt
obviously,
her.
he was pushing the right buttons,
yes.
but still. Yeah.
But he didn't physically, like he wasn't twisting her arm to say it, and
didn't
at
drug
that
her,
point you could
she
say
wasn't under the influence when she made the confession, any of that. So
okay,
yeah, no, you're right. It's. I figured, like I said, you and I would talk about it because that was kind of a weird. That's why I didn't expect it because I'm kind of like, well, that's not how that would go. But okay, it's a soap opera, Mark.
Yes.
Remember that. Sometimes I have to, kind of pinch myself.
I know, me too. Get all wrapped up in it.
I get all worked up, So everyone present now, the names I just rattled off, everybody's kind of hitting the fan and hollering at the judge and all this and that. And he says Sheila's to be released. The deputy kind of takes her away. Finn ends up kind of following her into another room. And nobody else sees it, but they embrace.
Yeah.
I mean, I could tell Finn was reluctantly doing it, but he did.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, and Steffy, and Liam, of course, our favorite actor. Mm-hmm. He's there to videotape. I thought he's watching it, and then all of a sudden I see he's holding up his phone, and he's recording it.
Well, that part I get because who would believe it?
Well, right. No, that's true.
But the look on Finn's face is so weird.
Yeah, I agree.
His lips are pursed and he's, like he doesn't quite know what to do, but he did tell her in jail, I think, that he said he hadn't felt anything like that before from his mom. I don't know. Well, Sheila's got some. She's got some voodoo. That's for sure.
She does.
I don't
Clearly.
know what else you'd call it.
Yeah, right. All right, so like I said, Liam films it. So where does Liam go next, Terry? He goes over to Steffi's,
Surprise!
and he's got to
surprise.
tell her that he saw this, and Steffi doesn't believe it, the embrace
Right.
between those two. And so then he digs. I thought he's going to dig out his phone. You knew he was going to. So finally he does, and he just kind of sticks his phone out there and shows her. Steffi. And she still is like, she's pissed, but she's shocked and she's pissed.
Yeah.
You know.
And I think it was kind of interesting because I watched the show today and I saw her watching the phone, and she moved the phone. The video didn't move with the phone. It was weird. I don't know. There was some kind of weird thing.
I'll have to look at that again. I didn't catch that.
Yeah, it was just this weird little thing, and I thought, well, that was odd. But anyway, I don't know that it makes any difference, but it was definitely a glitch on the show, the production of the show.
Right.
That's what that was. So
Right.
anyway, but I do think I like that Wyatt has been calling Liam out on his feelings for
Yeah.
Steffi.
Yeah.
Just wanted to make sure we
Yep.
mention that because
Yep.
that's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm learning to like Wyatt through this whole process because he's kind of he's giving Liam good advice, but of course Liam doesn't listen
No.
on a lot of it.
Yeah.
All right, so after Steffi sees it, now this part surprised me a little bit. You know, Steffi's kind of distraught, and Liam, in his weird little way, tells her that he still loves her, Steffi.
Yeah. Did that surprise you? Did it
Not
surprise
really.
you? It didn't
But
really
I thought,
surprise me.
I figured it was going to happen eventually, Terry, but I mean, the ink's
Oh,
barely dry on his divorce papers.
No, it's not. And yeah. I'm not surprised.
So next, let's talk about Sheila. Where does she go when she gets out of jail? She goes to see Deacon.
Well, you got to admit the two of them together work.
It does work.
I mean,
It feels like there's actual chemistry there. Yeah.
Yes, it does.
In a weird way.
Yes, in a lot of weird ways. Whatever trips your trigger.
Yeah, whatever,
Okay.
right?
Yep.
So let's move into super sudsy questions, Terry.
Okay.
First one for you. Where is the Thomas and Hope thing headed?
I think that Hope is going to be tentatively with Thomas, but she's going to be careful. Thomas, I think, is going to go headlong into it, even though he seems okay. But what I think, the person I think that's going to mess it up will be Taylor. I think Taylor will find out, and she is not going to like it at all.
I can see that.
I don't know exactly how that's going to roll out, but I think Taylor's going to be the problem.
Yeah, and
How about yeah.
I'm going to say that, they're going to have some rocky roads ahead because, you got kids involved here. You got Liam. And I like your thoughts about Taylor Hayes. You're right. She's not going to like it. But I also think Liam's going to, well, I have further thoughts on that, but it's tied to another question here.
All right.
So Liam is acting all innocent with the relationship he has with Steffi. Do you buy it?
No, not at all. Not even
Me
a little
either.
bit. No. And what I really don't like is that he is certainly able to tell everybody else what they should be thinking and feeling and how it all is, and then he denies everything he's done, acts like he is the innocent one, and it's just absolutely not true.
Total hypocrite, yeah.
Yeah, completely.
All right. Next one, Teri. Will Steffy turn to Liam after this big disappointment in Liam or in Finn?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yes. Yes, I do. And here we go again with the pregnancy thing. So, I don't know. What do you think?
I think so. Yeah, I think that I think they're going to at least make out, if not go further at some point, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And what Steffi sees in him, I have no idea, but
I don't know.
And lastly, last question. So where is the Sheila storyline going to go, do you think?
Okay, so I do have a thought on
Okay.
what I think is going to happen. I think Lee is going to kill Sheila or die trying. I think Lee is going to come unglued and come after her.
Yeah,
And it will
she's
be
pissed.
no holds barred. Yep. Yeah, I do believe that Finn is going to be have clandestine meetings with Sheila, and he's going to take Hayes. And I think Lee is going to find that out. That's my prediction. And she's just gonna go full on.
Wow.
Full on mama. Yep.
I keep waiting for them to set up. I like when on a soap, and they've done it on Bold, they've done it on Y&R and other ones, but where you can't see who the assailant is, and you see somebody come into the room, but usually you know that's coming because they're setting people up to look like they're going to do something to that person, like Sheila.
Yes.
So if we start to see that, and I'm thinking we might, to where we start seeing that everybody's pissed at Sheila and making threatening comments, et cetera, and then all of a sudden it's going to be that deal where somebody comes in and Sheila turns around and says, "What are you doing here?" or whatever, and then the person attacks them, like you said, shoots them, does something, and we won't know who the assailant is. I like that when they do that storyline.
Yeah. And I think you're right. And now I'm thinking up a conspiracy. Bill and Lee
Oh,
will take her down.
oh, wow, that's Sudsy.
Yeah.
That's Sudsy.
I think so.
Okay.
Of all the people, think about who's got,
Yeah.
yeah.
Who's got the biggest vengeance there, probably. And you're right, it would be Bill and Lee.
Yeah. Whew. All right,
know
what
who
about
else?
you?
Okay, so here's another thought, though, Teri. The other
Yes.
one it would be, now to really surprise people, would be Lee's ex-husband.
Oh.
If he'd come back and kill her.
Wow. Ooh,
That'd be another
that's
one.
Sudsy. That's really, I like that. Because if that happened, Jack would be able to get back in with Lee, perhaps.
True.
If he took out the threat.
Possible.
Yeah. Ooh, I like it.
Any closing thoughts or comments, Teri?
It's just been so draining. You know, all the
I
drama.
tell you, Teri, between the 100-degree heat that we're
Yes.
experiencing in Minnesota
Which
and
is completely wrong.
and the soap opera, it's just draining to me.
It really is. It really is, yeah.
All right.
All right.
All right, Teri. Until we dish again,
Oh, keep it sudsy.
and we're out.